I'm Andrew Johnson. I'm the operations director for the civil team in Nashville, and I've been with SSR for 20 years. I think what drew me to civil engineering was the fact that the projects that civil engineers do impact all people, not just folks in Nashville or folks in the United States. I mean, our work is essential for all humankind. And so I think just being able to make that difference across, all people in all countries and just have that impact of the essential needs that people have around clean water and transport and structure. So just those basic human needs is what drew me to be able to want to make that difference for mankind. I do like the projects that I've participated in and then end up going back to those sites. So I always think of the park at Harlemsdale Farm as a kind of a unique and favorite project of mine, because we basically revitalized that old horse farm and created a space that now can be used for a number of public events, music festivals, different things. And so every time I'm out there for pilgrimage festival or anything else, just to take my dog to the dog park, it's kind of neat to reflect back on, putting those utilities in or doing the grading work out there. Or we actually created the lake that's out there using reclaimed water from the wastewater treatment plant. So that's really, it's hard to say a favorite, but that one's certainly a memorable one that had an impact on me when I was working on it, and it still does today. When I think about helping our clients and owners, most of the work we do in our group is municipal work. And so those municipal directors and employees have a lot of stresses and pressures on them every day to meet the needs of their citizens within their county or city or service area if it's a utility district. So I think any way we can be an advocate for that client, be on their team, if you will, just to try to relieve some of those pressures, not only to try to provide the best fit design solutions for them, but also just to have their back, just to be there for them in a new regulatory environment, or any needs that they have to improve their systems and keep their customers happy. I think not only civil and environmental design, I think all the design world is going to continue to evolve. When I think about civil and environmental design, we have a client that likes to always say, we only have one water. There's only one water. You can't make new water. What we've got is what we've got. So I do think there's going to continue to be innovative ways to not only treat and reuse the water that we have, but to also do it in the most efficient means possible, with it being, like I said, the one water, a scarce resource. From design itself, I think there's going to continue to be an evolution of the design tools that we use to produce our designs. I think there's always going to be a need for the engineer of record on our projects, but I do think the ability to consult more and maybe design less is going to be a real thing as we go forward over the next 5 years or 15 years and beyond. So I think it's important for us to not fear that transition, but to engage it and learn the ways that we can bring the human element to our projects, even when maybe some of the software tools will be doing most of the design itself. Yeah, my wife and I like to say that we have a full-time rideshare business off the clock. We have two clients, or 10-year-old and 14-year-old, who we drive consistently to games or other activities when they're not in school or camp or whatever. So that a lot of times occupied in the car driving them around, and I may talk like that's a burden. It's not. I mean, we love every second of it. So my daughter started lacrosse this year, so that's been real fun, and we enjoy spending time with them. If I do get a day to myself or a couple of days, there's nothing that gets my endorphins going more than a big concert or a music festival like I referenced with Harlensdale or a big sports activity. So that's what I like to do, have a passion for.